This episode may contain loose forms of nudity, Caveman, growling aggressively, and words not meant for the ears of young children. Viewer discretion is advised. This is a production of the Must See TV Broadcast Network. Like, share, and come along for the ride. Join the tribe. And if you're watching us right now on YouTube, then you already know what to do, don't you? Smash that subscribe button. The caveman won't bite, not really. And if you are ready, and if the caveman is ready, then let's kick this show off. Growl, growl.
Caveman's call echoes through the stream. Click that button, join the dream. 45 days, we're live on cue, reviewing the wild, the weird, the new. Must see TV, it's the vibe. Click subscribe and join the tribe. Laughs and chaos, we've got it all. One big crew answering the call. After shows where stories unfold, hidden gems and secrets told. Crew's got jokes and little flair. Once you're here, you're staying there. Must see TV, it's the vibe. Click subscribe and join the tribe. Laughs and chaos, we've got it all. One big crew answering the call. From caveman grunts to streaming gold. New adventure, stories bold. Every moment, every beat. Grab your spot. Front row seat. Must see TV, it's the vibe. Click subscribe and join the tribe. Laughs and chaos, we've got it all. One big crew answering the call. Must see TV, it's the vibe. Click subscribe and join the tribe. Laughs and chaos, we've got it all. One big crew answering the call.
By the dark of the night, where the shadows lean low, a fire flickers softly, its embers aglow. The caveman waits in the circle of flame, eyes like the ocean, hands carved by the same. Oh, the glow of the moon, it whispers, it sighs. The past is alive in the star-painted skies. Tell us the tales of the old, of the wild. Sing us the songs of the earth's first child. By the fire, by the flame, let the echoes consume. Story time by the dark of the night, by the glow of the moon.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new episode of Storytime. How's it going, Pebbles?
Oh, it's going, Caveman. How are you?
I can't hear you.
You can never hear me.
I can't hear you through your mic. You have
Can
to
you hear
turn
me?
on your mic.
My mic is on. You can hear me now?
Yeah. But you
Sorry,
weren't
guys. We were having some headphone issues.
See, I was here. I was going to praise you. I was going to be like, nothing is happening. Nothing wrong. And then that happened. So yeah, very, very excited about today's episode. I'm sure you guys, I'm like, ooh, this is very, rubble. And I'm very excited for next week, because next week I think we're taking a look at weapons. Very excited for that. We're reviewing that. We're going to be reviewing a small independent movie. Very excited about that. We're going to encore. It's on Thursday. Planeswalking the Multiverse is on Tuesday. So I'm very excited. And plus, we are shadowing, someone is, a PA shadowing for the role. So someone's shadowing for the PA role. I'm very excited. Things are happening. But Pebbles, if you're ready, let's get right into this episode.
Let's get on into it, Caveman.
All right. So we pick up in a hospital in Konoha. Maybe from the last beat to this beat it is around 35-45 minutes. But nonetheless, we're in this hospital in Konoha. Muted blues, sterile. It is a cold environment. Now, at first glance, this is what a hospital it's supposed to be. But this is, again, visual language that we're doing in this film. A lot of this film has to do with a lot of visual language. I'm not sure you noticed, but a lot of this film has to do with visual language. Blues, doctors running back and forth. The light is very cold. It's very harsh. Just how the town treats Naruto. Ooh. That's a little bit too on the nose there, but it works. It works nonetheless. And in the middle of this chaos, is Sakura. She is surrounded by medical nin, doctors, nurses. She's going over reports. Get this over to the wounded ninja in room 4. Monitor his chakra flows. She's carrying out Grandma Tsunade's orders. And it would appear she is very control. She is in control of this. Because this is her world. This is her field, right? This is what she specializes in. And in the middle of all this, looking at charts, talking to doctors, nurses, delegating Grandma Tsunade's orders, a tap is on her shoulder. Somebody taps her shoulder. And she looks and says, Ino? And Ino's very calm and says, can I talk to you for a moment? And she turns and says, well, as you can see, I'm very, very busy here. Maybe sometime next week for coffee, yeah? And she turns, she keeps talking, and all Ino says, oh, how you were too busy to lift up the man's shirt? Everything goes quiet. Nobody moves. Nobody moves. Sakura looking around. No one says anything. You can hear a cough, and that's it. And she looks around, and she straightens up. She goes, very well. Follow me. And she, follows her to the back. In an office, a small office. And Ino goes first. Sakura follows. She closes the door, and she whirls on Ino. Do you want to tell me what the hell is going on? what was that all about? Ino doesn't raise her voice. She doesn't even blink. She's not taking the bait. She says calmly, there's something you need to see. And she goes in her pouch and gets a medical scroll. A small medical scroll with where her and Grandma Tsunade resealed it, and it has Ino Yamanaka and the Ino Yamanaka seal. Yeah, the Yamanaka seal. And she hands it, doesn't say anything, she hands it to Sakura. Sakura takes it, breaks the seal, and unravels it. And unlike the Grandma Tsunade's office, the dialogue here that Ino gives, the dissertation of what's on the scroll, is much more colder. It's much more, hate to say venomous, because that's not the word. It feels like a slap, but Ino's not touching Sakura, right? It's the same dialogue. She begins a long slash from left to right, shoulder blade to shoulder blade. A web of chakra burns covered his back. Some old, some new, some agitated for some wounds are re-agitated and reopened. On his side, large claw marks go down, and on his chest, the same chakra burn web pattern. On his stomach, 3 slash marks. It almost looked like someone ripped him open and put him back together. But as she's doing it, this is 1-to-1. So she's reading it and Ino's giving all this information out. However, now we flip perspectives. We now are seeing an angle that we're seeing the back of Sakura's head. And we see in the foreground Ino. And unlike The Office, she was pacing back and forth. She's not pacing here. She's delivering this dialogue colder and harsher. It's almost like Ino's a prosecutor in this moment, damning the witness, or in this case, the defendant, right? But that perspective is only for God damn it, only for instance. You can never do it when you want to do it. Only for instance, and then I would say 4 or 5 seconds. That's probably fair for people to get like the visual cues and the visual language. Maybe longer. 5. It could be like 5, 6. It could be like 8 seconds, right? And we flip to normal perspective, and we see Sakura shaking, looking down. Like it's almost like she wants. It's almost like she's hoping that the text will change. And she looks down again. Like, what? What is this? Like, expecting things to change. And she goes, this is not right. This can't be right. And smack. Ino doesn't hit Sakura because she doesn't have to. She hits the scroll. It's a violent smack from out of nowhere. And we see the scroll just roll, this hitting the floor. Sakura just, she's stunned. Ino goes over slowly to the scroll, bends down, picks it up, carefully rolls it back up. reseals it, and almost like a pointer, she points at Sakura. Sakura, you were with him in Team 7. You were trained by one of the best medical ninja in the bloody world. And we hold there. We hold with that, with what Ino just said. You did not even care to lift up his shirt. You couldn't give a damn about him. And she looks at the clock. The clock reads 6:37 in the morning. She takes the scroll. She puts it back in her pouch. There's no sound. There's nothing to escape. We can't escape from this moment. And she cocks her eyebrows and says, I think I'm done here. And she goes to the door. She opens it, and Sakura goes, wait, Ino, shaking, where are you going? You know where I'm going. And Sakura, if I ever catch you near him, she doesn't have to finish that. She doesn't have to. And she opens the door, and as she leaves, we flip perspectives again. We see Ino in the foreground. She's opening the door and walking out. And as she's walking out, we see Sakura collapsing on the floor. But this time, unlike scene 2, there is no one to grab her. There is no one to pick her up. She's just left there in silence. And this perspective is she's walking out in the foreground. Again, it's visual language. The last parting message she's saying to Sakura, I've grown up. Why haven't you? And that's how we end the scene. Boom! That's what we'll leave it for now. That's how we'll leave it for now. So, Pebbles, what did you think?
You actually had me on the edge of my seat there.
Yeah.
There was a few moments where I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Demanding the silence definitely helped.
It's right. It's visual language. It's this. People think, and here's what I will say, because there's a lot of visual language like that in the film. There's a lot of, you can't get away from it, right? Because the story, again, the main thesis of the story is, this is not your story, right? It never was. And you can't run from it. You can't hide, right? You can't, there's nowhere to go, right? You just have to sit in the silence. You have to sit with the uncomfortability,
With
right?
the moment.
With the moment. And this friendship has always, it's never been a friendship. Not in the manga, not in canon. I mean, Sakura literally left, for a man that she didn't even know that he liked her. That's what happened. Took Sakura under her wing in school for a number of years, and Sakura just betrayed Ino. So the friendship was already dead. The casket was already there. Ino just slammed it shut. She just slammed it shut. She said no more. Right? And the most powerful message is just her walking away. Right? And that's why it had to be Ino. That's why in this story, it can't be, we could do that in this story, right? It's, okay, we could grab Sakura in this, in put her in Ino's role, but in the story, in in the anime, she has never showed any level of this emotional awareness. She has never shown this level of emotional maturity, right? And I could force that in this story, but then that would be fanfic. Just for fanfic's sake, right? And why do that, right? She's never shown that kind of, I mean, in the story, if you're keeping up, guys, her role is very fluid to Naruto. She is whatever he needs at the current moment. If you really think about that, right? If you think about what she's really doing for Naruto, it's a fluid, it's a complex emotional role. And that role cannot be held by someone like Sakura. Sakura is a person that just not emotional. She doesn't have the depth of Ino. And you could say, well, Ino doesn't have that as well. Okay, fair. But she's shown that in the manga. She's shown that when she took Sakura underneath her wing. Right? And yes, it's not like Kishimoto didn't do a good job of writing women. I will agree with that. But there is enough there to suggest that Ino could be someone to build around in this movie. I mean, she's a major part of the film, right? So that's why it had to be Ino. That's why it can't be Sakura. And I know people are like, Hinata? No, Hinata's not. she's a stalker that's never shown emotional maturity. Even now, she's married to Naruto, and it's just there. She's just there. So that's why it couldn't be Hinata either. And, you know, I want to just, like, talk about, like, a question I got a couple of months ago when, like, people started reading the script. And my friend said, this would be really cool if you can answer it when you do this on Storytime. And I said, I'll try. Do you think in this movie, whether it's flirting with being canon, non-canon, it's non-canon, but it is canon, but it's not, but it is, but it's not in the way because I don't have the rights. He goes, do you think do you think Ino going down this slide would ever forgive Sakura? And I would say to that, and here's what I'll say. It's not about forgiveness anymore, right? It's not about, for Ino, it's not about forgiveness anymore. That slap, right, the scroll, that was the last outburst of Ino. That was basically equivalent of going, you bitch. Right? And now, when she's like, I think I'm done here, when she says, I think I'm done here, she's saying, I'm emotionally done with this relationship. It's not about this anymore, and whatever this is, because this already died. Right? So I will say, I don't think, no, I don't think so. She has never shown remorse. Remember in scene 2, when everybody had that moment, right? The confessional, the testimonial. Sakura was the only one that couldn't carry the weight, right? She collapsed. Ino had to help her out, and help her up. And when that moment came, when Grandma Tsunade says, he was alone, but not anymore. I'm adopting him as my grandson, and everybody stepped up, right? Including Ino, but well, Ino didn't say anything. Like, I don't know what I could do, the damage I've done, right? They in that moment they've claimed, they've claimed Naruto as family, basically, right? But Sakura was the only one that wasn't sure what she was doing was right, right? I mean, those are very good indicators that Ino would never let Sakura near Naruto. It's not about forgiveness at this point. It's about giving Naruto peace. That's ultimately what it's about now, right? In the future, in like 10, 20, 30 years down the line, when they're all grown up, maybe, right? There is a maybe. But as of now, I don't see Sakura having a path here, right? Well, what's the next logical step for Sakura? Going to the bottle? Possibly, maybe. Like drugs? Absolutely. Because remember, she's not only like she's an avatar for the entire village as well, right? So, that's my answer. But I'm glad that people are coming up to me now and asking these questions. Pebbles, what do you think?
I'm not really sure. I do think that Sakura is kind of going to be headed on a darker path for sure. Caveman.
What?
You've been eating those all the time recently.
Yeah.
What are those?
So these are garlic knots. Shout out to Daniel Bravi Ragazzi.
We love an Italian word here.
It's one of the best Italian restaurants I've ever eaten at. I live in Ottawa, and usually pizza slices are greasy here. However, we went, I believe a couple of months ago, we went to this restaurant. We ordered a pizza. There was no grease on it. It was divine. It was so good. It was so good. So I just said, hey man, can I eat your food on screen? Their lasagna is one of the best lasagnas I've ever had. Their pizzas are one of the best pizzas I've ever had.
All of their ingredients are fresh, and all of their other ingredients are real Italian and imported.
Yeah. So if you're ever in Ottawa, Bravi Ragazzi. Damn it. Shout out to Dan. They're really good food. I love it. Actually, I'm going to eat more after we're done. But as we're wrapping up here, I agree, right? Like this is the last moment they're going to share together, right? So, I'm like the bottle, the pill, like if this is a character that doesn't yet understand the gravity of what she has done, that she might go there, right? She definitely might. But I love that question. I really, really do. It's a hypothetical. It's a neat hypothetical. And I think there's evidence in the film to suggest that that's exactly what she would do, like this character. And because what we're doing is making a logical leap, right? But I'm excited. That will do it for today's episode. I will see you all next week. We have a lot of great shows. We're almost done Act 2, by the way, of this. And until we see each other again, guys, take care, be safe, be well, and we love you all! 25,000 plus, and may the Force be with you. Pebbles, take me home. Bye, guys.